Well, hello to my fellow New York City Subway admirers who model an O-scale. I just wanted to do another video about my MTH as well as my Lionel O-scale trains, show you what I have and discuss them very briefly. I have my HO scale buildings for my proposed layout on the table with the trains just to give it some background. Let's sit down and talk about it. Starting on the left, this is the QJ train that you can probably see in the destination board. This train dead-ended in Jamaica, Queens at 168th Street. QJ is part of the BMT/IND, and I would imagine this is probably the IND. I don't remember this train specifically from 27 years ago when I lived in New York, but I would imagine that this is an IND train. They're longer, they're taller, they are wider than the IRT trains, which are shorter, narrower, and generally smaller than the IND, as the IRT was the first of the New York City subway system, and so they're in older tunnels. In any event, this train is made by Lionel. It's the R30. As you can see, it has 4 doors on the side there. They open and close those doors automatically. Detail interior, lighted destination boards or signs, front and rear, and on the sides, and they do change with the direction of the train. Very highly detailed, not a toy in my opinion. Parquet floors, or checkered floors rather, in the interior, poles for people to hold on to if you model with people in your trains. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And one thing that Lionel does that MTH does not, this is a 4-car train. When I change the direction, the bottom lights here will light up red, and the lights on the other end of the train, the headlights, will light up. And that's something MTH does not do. Moving over here to this other IND train, it's the F train, and this is the R40 slant nose. As you can see, the front of it slants somewhat forward, and it was called the slant nose, the F line. And you can see the motorman in the booth. This is also from MTH's Premier line, which apparently differed from the Rail King line, and it was more detailed as I understand it. This train came with people standing, sitting, detailed interior. I was very impressed by the interior, particularly the ceiling fans, which are very prototypical. I was stunned by that detail, as well as the grab handles from the ceiling and poles for people to hold on to. Very nicely done, MTH, very nicely done. And that again is the R40 slant nose IND division. Moving over here to 2 sets of which I have of the R142A, which is IRT division. And this was released a couple of months ago, well, maybe 4 months ago at this point, 3 months ago. The R142A from MTH. It's the IRT division, as I said, IRT. 3 doors on each side as opposed to 4 as would be on the IND/BMT divisions, which are bigger trains. My complaint is that apparently MTH does not have quality control or a quality control person in China. Chinese workers don't care about this modeling business as we would. So what do they care? They're just there to make a living, and that's it. So there's no one there to inspect the product once it's finished. I got 2 locomotives or powered cars with the bottom lens, which are supposed to be red for when you change direction. The top lens is supposed to be white for headlights. Well, both of them were both white. And I had to send both locomotives into MTH for them to correct that problem. Way to go, MTH. Moving over to the R62, which is also IRT, number 4 train. As you can tell, it is smaller than the R142A, and next to it the R 17. It's smaller. I don't know why. That's a Rail King as well as the R142. Those are Rail King models as well. And so would be this R17, the number 5 train, Irt Division, and their newest release, the number 6 train, which is also Irt in a beautiful maroon color. And finally, next to that was their re-release of the number 7 train, the World's Fair train, also Irt, the only Irt train that runs between Manhattan and Queens. In the background, I have my HO scale buildings for my layout, which hopefully will be starting on soon. Those are my HO scale buildings. I thought it would look nice in the background for this video. And up there on the test track, next to the Jack LaLanne juicer, is the locomotive for the R17 Maroon set. So this is my O-scale New York City subway train collection, New York City Transit Authority subway train collection. And I am going to enjoy it as much as everyone else does with theirs. Hopefully I'll be able to build a layout once I get into a larger space. And so I'm collecting, in the interim, I'm collecting these trains until that day when I can build a layout for my O-scale. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.